finally over it. Summer Walker's album, finally over it. This was a huge album. It's pretty good. So let's deep dive into this Summer Walker's finally over it. A really decent album. I had to listen to it a couple of times actually, and I will say that I was very surprised. Because Summer Walker's decent. She's really, I won't call her decent. I wouldn't say decent. But if you are a music lover or a Summer Walker fan, this album truly resonates with a lot of those people who are fans of real singers and fans of good songwriters, right? So this album is pretty decent. So let's dive into it. So let's talk about Scars. Scars started off real solid. I see she had something to really say, and I'm not mad at it at all. I like it as the song one. It was a nice intro. I am not going to complain about anything about Scars. Scars was a really good song, really good first song. No. Now, this song is fantastic, okay? This song is a good message for people in growing relationships. No is such a powerful word in healthy relationships. And if your man doesn't respect that boundary of no, then he's not the one for you, I promise. And it's not just sex, it's everything, you know? If you don't want to cook, say no. Bro can feed himself for the night, and it's okay. Like, a lot of relationships, a lot of women can't say no to their man just because they're their man. But no, say no, you know? So No is such a powerful song. It is a 10 out of 10. That is a great song. Robbed You. Now, Robbed You, I Should Have Robbed You is actually insane. When the song was playing, I was like, is she saying what I think I should have? I said, whoa, is she okay? I said, it's a good song. It's a really good song. It just took me off guard because I was like, oh, she really liked that, huh? Because Summer Walker seems so, Summer Walker actually seems like a very gentle woman. I am not going to lie. She seems like a very soft girl. So Robbed You is really funny to hear her say, right? It's kind of funny. Let's talk Go Girl. The Doja went nuclear, of course. The bars was there. Like I said in my review of her album, Doja's superpower is rapping, and she can rap her ass off. It's not my favorite song, but I know for a lot of people it's going to be their favorite song. I think it's probably going to be a hit. It's fire that all three of them can link up because Lotto's verse, I actually think when you really listen to it, I actually think Lotto's verse might be better than Doja's, but that's up for your opinion. So it's really up to you, but Go Girl is a great song. Baby. The Chris Brown Summer Walker team up took me off guard. It wasn't bad, but I thought it could have been a lot better. Because Chris Brown has been like 5 for 5 for features the last year. And that Mariah sample back there is pretty cold. So I wish they could have just gave us a little bit more because R&B features, it used to sound like they was in the booth fucking, right? It used to sound like they was in that thing smacking. I used to always think R&B singers, when they would link up, they had to have some sort of chemistry going on prior, beforehand. So to hear Summer Walker and Chris Brown on this song, I just wanted more. I wanted more chemistry. It sounds like Chris Brown just sent a verse to Summer Walker and they collabed. Like they used to when they used to team up, when you had K. Relly and Usher together, when you had Kelly Rowland and Nelly together, when you had Ja Rule and Sean, I ain't gonna talk about it, but they all sounded like they was in the booth recording at the same time. So when I hear features nowadays that don't sound like that, it kind of is very frustrating. It is actually very frustrating because I know it can be better. I know that it can be a lot better. I know it. Um, so let's talk about 1-800 Heartbreak, which is probably my favorite song at this point of the album. You know, Anderson .Paak went nuclear. What a verse he had. He doesn't make bad music. All the features on the album have been really good, actually, which I think is very hard to do for a artist at her stature without the features shining over her, right? I don't think any of the features have shined over Summer Walker in this album so far. I think the features have only done have only propelled her in this album. So it's pretty good. It's really, really good. Heart of a Woman, I wasn't a huge fan. It's the single off the album. It's a cool song, but it's just not my thing. But people like Heart of a Woman, obviously. It's okay. Like on the radio, I hear it frequently. I'm not a fan, but it's an okay song. I actually ran back Situationship because Situationship is written so beautifully, and that is one of the best things that I love about really good albums is when they're written great. And it's been like what, 4 years? When was the last Summer Walker album? It's 4 years since the last Summer Walker album, and she definitely has had the maturity that we kind of was looking for. You know, I know people see her interviews and whatever, but I know a lot of times the artists are just playing a character. This album is completely opposite from what I feel when I watch her talk about love and relationships and things. So it's very interesting. Next, so Give Me a Reason. Yeah, it's okay. It's an okay song. FMT, Fuck My Type. I will say, like I said before with Situationships, Summer Walker sounds like she's maturing and evolving and healing, because Fuck My Type is a really good song. I love it. And I think it's important to be like, you know, fuck my type. Like, I'm done with my type because my type has done nothing for me but ruin me, right? So I think that is a very, 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 very powerful thing to say, especially in this era where everybody wants the 6 foot, 6 feet, all these 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. You know, he got to have this, he got to have that, which, you know, that's everybody's type, right? They want to, but obviously it ain't working out. So it's good to hear that. Houseway, it's so funny because she got Sailor on here, and I was like, yo, yeah, I was like, I said, Summer Walker has pulled out the League of Extraordinary Women for this album because she got Sailor on this motherfucker, and this song is a vibe. It's a true sing along. Houseway is so hard. Yeah, and Sailor, I fuck with Sailor. I actually was supposed to do a Sailor album review from like her last project, like last year, whatever it was. Like, I was like, man, Sailor is hard. I really fuck with Sailor. So then we got Baller. I wish Baller was better. I get it, but it's just not it for me. You know, it's really a skip, and it's one of the first skips, surprisingly, because I do think this album has been really good up until this point. It's 2 discs, I guess, right? I didn't really listen to it as a 2 disc thing, but it's okay. So then Get Your Boy is my favorite song, actually. I think this is the song that made me sit up in the album, right? Get Your Boy is fire. This song is really one of them ones. I loved it. I love everything about it. I love the beat. I love the lyrics. The cadence of this song was fantastic. Get Your Boy is good. Number 1, it's pretty dope how this album just got better and better because the features were saving it. Well, I said that the features weren't overpowering Summer Walker, right? They weren't better than Summer Walker. They just elevated her, right? But without the features, I do think the album would be down here because, like I said, Summer Walker has been good, decent. But those holes where she's decent, the other artists are really good at, and they just feel it. They just compliment her. It's like a peanut butter and jelly, but you got no peanut butter. It's just a jelly. So you need the peanut butter. It's not like the sandwich is bad. It's just better with peanut butter. You know what I mean? So that is kind of how it's been with the album. And we get to something like number one, where the album is just getting better and better. And I just like it. I'm liking it more and more. Right. Right. So Stitch Me Up. I think Stitch Me Up is meh. It's very meh. Very, very meh. And then you have Allegedly, which actually is another one of my favorite songs. And Teddy Swims is on that thing. And Teddy Swims is so talented. And that's why I was like, man, she really got the League of Extraordinary People on this. Extraordinary Gentlemen. But I mean, Teddy Swims on it, right? So I'm not mad about that song. It's one of my favorites. And then you got Finally Over It, the last song. And it's so funny because Summer Walker can really, really sing. And she's a very gentle singer. Like, she doesn't have that, like, overpowering, strong voice. But her voice is pretty. It's a very pretty sound. It's a very pretty tone, right? And she sings. She almost sings like this little girl who wants her voice to be heard, right? It's almost like she's how can I say this? She sings like this sad little girl, but it's so powerful because it's just so gentle. But we hear we hear this little girl in you, but she's like an adult, right? It's just I don't know. It's hard to explain. So it's pretty dope. And it's funny because she sounds like this hurt little girl, but her personality does not give that, but her music does, right? Her music sounds like she is so hurt. She's been through a lot, but her personality, she seems like she's fine, right? Like I said, this is just watching her interviews and things like that, like her move around. From the music, it sounds like she's a sad little puppy walking around the earth. She seems like she's fine. So I love that part about her, right? And the outro, and it's an outro song, so I think the outro should kind of just leave us, heading out softly, right? So it finishes off the album pretty well. I'm not mad about it at all. This album, I say, really shocked me because I didn't know what to expect based off of the kind of promo I saw. So when the album came, I heard it, I ran through it once, twice. I was really surprised. This album is a 7.2, 7.3. It's a really decent album. You got, let's see, it's 23 songs, right? Cause I guess, they have not really 23. I'm sorry. It's like, how many songs is this album? Finally, it's 18 songs, right? So it's 18 songs. And let's see, we got Robbed You, No, Go Girl, 1-800-Heartbreak, Situationship. I didn't even talk about Give Me a Reason. Give Me a Reason sucks. Sorry. Houseway. So that's one, two. We're gonna skip Scar. Scar, so it doesn't count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Robbed You, No, Go Girl, 1-800-Heartbreak, Situationship, Fuck My Type, Houseway, Ballers, Get Your Boy, because 21 goes nuclear, right? Number One, and Allegedly. And then you can say Heart of a Woman, right? This album, 18 out of 10. Yeah, 7.2. I'll give it a 7.2 for sure. It's decent. I think some of these songs can get cut off. Again, I don't like 18. I think the sweet spot for an album is 12 to 15 songs. Because once you start having too many songs, that's when it deteriorates the grade. Like, you can't have 18 songs and 10 of them be good, and there's no like interludes, right? So it's just too many songs that are meh. But it's a decent album. I definitely recommend you listen to it. To all my music lovers, my music savants, this album is something that I think you would really enjoy, especially if you're listening. Something to ride to for my ladies. Like, this is definitely one of those albums to listen to. All right. Thank you for listening. Like, follow, subscribe. The Godfather, Nate Carter.